Hey everyone, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here for an Etsy drop. I've got a few things that I've already put up in the shop, and now I have this one to show you. So this is the Grinch Christmas, and it is a handmade journal, and I made it from a VHS. And I went ahead and made it traveler's notebook style. So it has an elastic closure. And I laminated the book and I used my beloved Elsie paper, who is no longer around anymore. She was with KI Memories. Well, I think she's still alive, but her papers aren't around anymore. So, but anyway, this is from the 1960s. This is my era, so it's 1966. This VHS was, or the film was recorded in 1966. So, anyway, you open it up, and then in here are two inserts, and this size I think is traditional traveler's notebook size, and it's 4 without the ruffle, 4 by 7 1/4, and then it has a 1 inch spine. And anyway, so I got, of course, I had to have Cindy Lou Who on the front, and it has some fabric ruffles in bright colors. Feeling Grinchy. There's a pocket right here. I used what's the, oh my gosh, up on the rooftop, I'll think of it, the 'Twas a Night Before Christmas book page in here. There's a postulette and some, this is just chock full of fun vintage ephemera, kids books and sheet music and cards. And here's things for the holidays, things to you must do for the holiday list. And I also used my beloved Rusty Pickle. I'm using things up. Over the next year, I'm going to be using my beloved scrapbook paper that I've hung on to all these years because it's not doing any good sitting in a box. This is a cute little card and a Betty Crocker recipe card. Look at these. Are those not totally Dr. Seuss trees? I love them with the gumdrops on them. And ledger and flashcard, center, Clemency Moore. That was it. And it was illustrated by Douglas Gorsline. It's so for Random House. I love that book. I loved how it was done. And then in the back, there's some tags. This is perfect for just jotting, just like use it like a jotter. A little fabric flip. Here's a little vintage Christmas photo of a dad holding a little baby. And then I love that in the background, there are stockings hung and Christmas cards just like stuck on the wall. And then there's like one candle with a little wreath around it. Anyway, there's a tag in here and then some ephemera, little sticker. And we got some writing paper, the back of that postulette, some tickets, and a Christmas relish that was printed, I guess, or typed up. I don't know. It's green, and it had Christmas relish on it. Oops. Oh, I love the dog. So cute. Here's a little envelope. I'm not sure what. I don't think there's anything in it. I think, well, there may be some tickets. Let me see. Let's open it. If not, you can fill it. You can fill it. I can tuck some tickets in it. Okay. Then I have, oh, here it is, green and white. There's a receipt from the 1960s and another little journaling spot. Recipe, St. Lucia crown, or Lucia, however you want to pronounce it. A little fabric flip, a pocket, the tag, ledger. Oh, yum. Love these. Love those. Little bingo and little receipt. Bingo paper, another tag, and then you can put like a little secret saying back there. And I think this tag, yeah, opens up. And I left the Rusty Pickle so that just in case you love Rusty Pickle too back in the day, there's a vintage greeting card and some tabs that you can use. And I love him. And I made this little pocket with my Cricut. I brought my Cricut out. Has a little tag on there, and then it has a tag in there, a little ticket that you can. These were vintage. I got a whole roll of them, and they're pink, and they're so pretty. The center page. These are great for December Daily. I love using these for December Daily. To be honest, if they don't sell, if it doesn't sell, I'm going to use this as my December Daily. I have it in the shop right now. And then, of course, you know me, I always have to have an activity. So look at these cute little gingerbread men. And I gave you a little kit to make your own little gingerbread man out of paper. So have fun. But I love the gingerbread right there. And then a little bookmark that is it was a file separator, I guess, for something. And I used little cute Rusty Pickle paper. Some more little red receipts in here, little vintage 1960s receipts. And a Rolodex card and a little Silent Night children's book music page. And that is the back. So super cute. I love it. And that was how it was coming wrapped. So you'll get the Grinch, Dr. Seuss Grinch ribbon, and then I'm going to stick this on after I seal it. Okay, then I made a chunky little trinket dangle because you know me, I love my little trinkets here. So it just will clip on so you can remove it or use it as you want. And it's got vintage buttons and fun little shaped beads and houses and listen. And then it has imagine. And then I have the little red sack, which ended up being a huge red sack. Remember when he decided to go back down the hill with the dog? So I've had that. I found that. Put that on there. And there's just like little gummy bears. And then the spinner is super cute. So you can do like, yes, no way, maybe, what, perhaps, or definite. So do you think the Grinch is going to change? Maybe. So anyway, just a fun little trinket charm G for Grinch. And yeah, so that is in my shop currently right now. But isn't that cute? Okay, next I have, these are going to be going up in the shop, and I've got Traveler's Notebooks. So these are standard size, and they are to be put in your travel. You can use them as is, but how I make these is to like cut up and add to your junk journal. So, or use a blank Traveler's Notebook, and you can then just cut this stuff out, pull it, tear it, whatever. It's got lots and lots of vintage items tucked in and little activities. Like here you can, of course, because all my stuff has to have little activities, little flowers you can make, and different lists and cards. And anyway, so you can use this as is, or there's vellum, there's some old typewriter paper, ads, December 1998 ornament. That's cute. A doily. It's going to do a quick flip. Some fabric. You could even take the fabric clip and take the fabric off and use it. There's a little pocket here out of a file folder with a flash card saying Evergreen. There is another flash card here for berries. It was by Ravensburger. I thought they make puzzles. And then there is a to be done today. Great for a daily jotter. December daily, I think I already said. These are some vintage gift tags. Christmas tree tickets, and then you have labels. There's, as always, a little activity to do, so word find. And then you have biscuits and bread divider. There's another little nativity banner that you could blow that up and make it if you wanted to. Here's, if you're going to go to Boca Raton, 16 days in Boca Raton at Christmas. Little vintage ad. And then there's some labels in this tiny little pocket that's been clipped in, a little envelope, tiny little envelope. A little flip here for journaling. I put December for 12 there. A tally card. Oops. An envelope with, what's in here? Oh, a thing to make banners. If you want to make it is a banner. I already made it for you. So you could put this on something. So I already made you a little banner there. Decorate your journal. And there's also one of those little little stickers. I don't know. They're vintage. I think they were Dennison labels, but I don't know if that one is or not. So I tucked that in to the envelope. And then, of course, the tally card, bridge tally. This has receipts, just a note, another little piece of cardstock, and a gold foil. And then there's a rook card, doily. This is a tag. Some green graph paper. There's some twine here in case you need to use it on something else. A 25 die cut on a tag. And then a want list, another little journaling card back there. So that is that. And these are pretty much just a different style, but very similar. So you get a vintage card, and there's a little gift bag in here with some stuff that you can pull out. So I'll just go through this. Here's a little fabric thingy and some tags and that little note thing and another tag and a label and 12 card. Another little label. Oh, on this one, I gave you a Dymo labeler. It says Christmas, Dymo label. This also has the little lick 'em stick 'em, I call them, like a Dennison, a little candy jar. And then there were some little die cuts in this one, a little die cut label, and then this is a tree patchwork calendar, and with the ad, genuine photo Christmas cards. Fun. $25. So some items are, here's the little want list in there, and the tickets, and a little ruffle, and receipts, and of course the little word find. A banner. I don't know if I made this one or this is you make it. Let's see. Let's see. Whoops. This is like stuck on the paper clip. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm sending the Grinch pen with the Grinch, the Grinch book. Just because. Oh, these are to make one with. So you have everything to make a banner. You can glue them together, stitch them together. So that's your activity in this one. The other one was a gingerbread man. This one is a little banner. Or you just glue them on the page the way they are. And then this just gives you some washi here. And then the back side of that card. And there's a little tuck spot in the back. So that is that one. And then this one is Webster Pages cover. And you get the vintage card. And it's very similar, very similar. So, you know, activities and cards and tags and little envelopes with little stuff tucked in. And I love this wrapped offer. Gift wrap offer, flashcards and word find and Swedish Christmas cookies in this one. What else we got? That stuff on there. Yeah. Ledger. Advertisers dips. Here we go. You get a whole 6 sheet of those little lick 'em stick 'em things. I wouldn't lick them and stick them though, because they're vintage and probably came out of like an estate sale or something. Here's a little ad. Santa is parked at your house. This reminds me of, because it's 8 prancing reindeer lawn ornament. It can be used on a roof, a chimney, a porch, around a tree, or on a mantle. They're 13 inches high, but it just reminded me of Christmas Vacation. That's a mistletoe cactus right here. Kind of cool. There's like labels and things, and then stuff in the back pocket. So there you go. Those will be going up in the shop probably at the end of the week, next week. I also have this 100-piece Christmas kit, vintage ephemera kit. So that will be going in the shop also. And then I have a 40-piece slow stitch vintage Christmas packet here. It has 4 packs of embroidery floss, sequin patch right here, 3 yo-yos, a crochet flower, 11 antique buttons, lantern trim right here. This is vintage trim. I love this vintage trim. What else we got? Green and red trim right back there. It's like this little loopy trim. It's super cute. What else we got? Red wide trim. You get 2 feet of that one. That's probably this fluffy thing right here. What else we got? 3 vintage fabric pieces, a crocheted snowflake, cross stitch ornament right there, and a vintage wreath, vintage Bargello yarn in Christmas colors, bird panel fabric, handmade stocking right here. What else you get? Vintage Christmas napkin, Ada cloth package, which is on the back right here. That's the vintage Christmas napkin. It's got like bells and bows, and then you get some sequins and a lace. What else we have? Vintage handkerchief. Oh, well, that's a white one to have, so you can have something to stitch on. Lace oval placemat and a doily and 1 something piece of lace and a flower chenille or something. Let's see. I don't want to take it out of here. I think I already have. I think I took pictures already. I didn't even know if I put that on there. Sequin, Ada cloth, and then this is the napkin. Oh, it's a lace placemat. That's right. This is the vintage napkin. It's the whole thing is there. Have it here. Looks like it's from 1987. Made in the USA. And then we have this. Yeah, this was it. Right here. So it's an oval lace placemat. And then you get like, oh, this was a piece of a corner off of something that had a lace. This is really fine cotton. Oh, and then this was the piece of chenille right here. little chenille flower. And then there's this crochet piece. Oh, here's the vintage fabric, the little Santas and the holly. And then there is a handkerchief to get. And then the bird panel. All right, I'm pulling it out. I'm pulling it out. Flipping it over. Okay, so that, and then here's the bird panel with the little red birds. So lots of fun stuff in this. I've been making these for a while now, and I just love making them. Here's a little embroidered piece. And then there's this thing, which is a wreath that you can stuff, make like a little pillow, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe it was an ornament, a wreath ornament. And then here's some embroidered pieces, poinsettias. Here's some poinsettias, corner off of something. And then here are the little crocheted flower. And then these are mother pearl. And there are a couple little red ones that are in green that are vintage, but I put in from my mother pearl collection, button collection, the ho ho ho. Here's the crocheted snowflake and the little poinsettia. I think that's so cute. And then we have, these are vintage yo-yos. This came off of my vintage quilt topper. So hold those. There's this piece of vintage red and silver. I mean, this is like a great little, this is a kid's great little project. If you know someone who loves doing loves doing slow stitching, this is a great gift. All kinds of, oops, oh no, I'm pulling it out. Oh no. Embroidery floss. So I pulled it out, so I'm winding it back on there. Got caught. So here's some embroidery floss, and this is the Bargello yarn. And then we have, this is my favorite. It's beautiful vintage ribbon. And then here's the red and green loopy trim. And then here is the 2 feet of the tassel trim. It's a little ruffled because it's old. Yeah, so there's 2 feet of that. So anyway, that is what I have going up in my shop. This, like I said, the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, that's already in my shop listed. I did that. And then I'm going to get this. I'm going to get the 100-piece Christmas ephemera kit up and everything you need to use in your December daily, and to make a fun, of course, got trinkets to make a little trinket dangle. I think that's an IGA. Is that an IGA saver coin from the IGA grocery stores back in the day? But anyway, so I just want to let you know, thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe. Oh my goodness, I'm almost at 1,500 subscribers. So please help me get there. Let's do it. I just need a few more. Oh my gosh, I'm so close. It'll be fun. All right, you can celebrate with me. It's not about the subscribers. It's just fun to reach like milestones, right? And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I've grown to become friends with so many of you. And so I love when you leave me comments. I love to hear about what you're working on. And if anything like sparked any kind of joy or any kind of memory, I love it when you write things in the comments to me. And I try to respond to all my comments. However, I'm noticing that all your comments don't show up on your cell phone, and you have to literally go into the website and pull up your dashboard to see them. So if I don't get back with you right away, it's because I'm either like traveling and I only have my cell phone with me. But I want you to know that I see you, I hear you, and I love every one of you. And I'm so thankful and grateful for this community and how we are growing. and just enjoying the whole junk journal adventure together. The struggles, the joy, the thrill of the finds. I just am like, yeah, it's so much fun. Anyway, I will be back soon, and hopefully I'll be doing a live with my sister, because I told you a couple months ago that we were going to be driving back and thrifting our way back from North Carolina. So hopefully we will, if not on the trip, then we will be doing the some videos when we get back for sure. I'm going to do a live sale. We're probably going to have several. So we will do some kind of auction or drop or something like that, kind of live sale. And it'll be a pop up because my sister wants to learn how to do YouTube, and I'm getting her set up with a camera and a whole thing so that when she gets home, she'll be ready to go. We're going to start her channel, and she does cash stuffing. So if you never heard about cash stuffing, um, you know, she'll teach you all about it. And so she's been very successful at it. And anyway, I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.